Hi, it's Fred and Becky from touringplans.com. How you doing, Becky?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I'm doing great.
Good. All right. So we've been getting lots of questions and comments recently
Yep.
along a very similar line. Why are touring plans wait times so far off from what Disney says the wait is? And as someone who has experienced something similar, I get the question, right? I'm in the park. I'm wanting to go on Big Thunder. I go over there and I see the sign says 60 minutes. I walk to the end of the line of people in the extended queue and the lollipop says 75. I pull open the Lines app and it's telling me, it's probably just a 24-minute wait. Why so many different numbers and why are they so far apart from one another?
Well, it's because when we're talking about wait time, we're talking about two different things. You've got, first of all, the posted time, and we've collected about 35 million of these over the years. We're talking about wait times that you see at the ride entrance, on a sandwich board, maybe on a lollipop that the cast member's holding, or even in the My Disney experience. These are all considered posted times. But then we've got what we call the actual time, which is the time you're actually going to spend waiting in line when you're at these attractions. And the difference about these two times is that they have completely different goals. Disney, of course, is motivated to increase the wait time a little bit more than they normally would for different reasons, like guest satisfaction, controlling crowds, that kind of thing.
Mm.
But we at Touring Plans, our motivation is just purely to get the most accurate prediction of how long you're going to wait in that line. Because the game that we're trying to play is we're trying to optimize touring plans. So we display both of these times in the app. If you notice, when you look at the Lines app, it says expected wait, which represents our prediction of your actual wait time. But then we also display the posted time, which is the latest observation that we have for what the posted time says at that attraction.
All right. So let's get back to the example. I understand Disney and touring plans have different motivations for what they expect the wait to be or what they're posting. I can see both of them in the Lines app. But what about when they're really, really different? If Disney's saying 60, do we have proof that my wait really could be as low as 24 minutes, or is touring plans just being optimistic?
Well, you know us. We're Touring Plans, so we're all about the data. So, yes, this can happen, and we see it happen all the time, and it's happening more and more, actually. So we have a lot of data that shows that these low wait times actually can and do happen quite frequently. But don't take our word for it. We actually test it. We sent Chrissy out to the Magic Kingdom. We sent her to ride 4 different rides and time her wait and compare it to what the Disney's posted time says. We're comparing that to what we call our adjusted actual time. And this is like a day of modification that we make to our prediction that's based on whatever we observe in the park up to that point.
All right. So we're doing gutsy move here. We sent her to 4 rides. We're going to tell you about all 4 rides, what happened. Transparency. So the first attraction that Chrissy went to was Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. She got in line at 11:11. The posted wait time at the entrance said 45 minutes. At the same time, she pulled up her Lines app. She could see that we knew that the posted wait time was 45 minutes, but it was telling her that she should expect just a 31-minute wait. So that's the adjusted actual time that Fred was talking about earlier. We could take bets on what we think was going to happen, or we could look at some data that we've collected. We like doing that and make more of an educated guess about what we think Chrissy might experience. So we pulled the last 60 days of data. And for those 60 days, the actual wait times at Big Thunder Mountain have averaged about 53% of what Disney said they were going to be. So that's about half. That's a pretty big difference there. And we can get even more specific. We like slicing and dicing data here. So if we look just at times entered when the user entered the line between 11 and 12, because that's when Chrissy entered, Disney's posted time averages about 14 minutes longer than what the person actually waited to get on the ride for. But the touring plans adjusted predictions, which we also track, have been much, much closer on average. So what Chrissy experienced matched up with our data. Hooray. 28 minutes after she entered the line was when she got on the train and got to ride. So in this case, the posted wait time, that 45 minutes, was 17 minutes too long. But the touring plan's estimate of 31 minutes was much closer. It was only 3 minutes off. But in this example, 45 and 31 aren't that different. If I saw that in the app, I probably wouldn't be concerned. So Fred, talk to us about where Chrissy went next.
It's always good when the plan works out. So
Right.
we sent Chrissy off to, after Big Thunder Mountain, we sent her to Pirates of the Caribbean. She got there at 12:29. Disney's posted time told her to be a 60-minute wait, but she looked at lines. Lines said that her expected wait was 25 minutes, much lower than that 60-minute posted. So this is a great example. How long is she actually going to wait if she gets in line? If you look at our data from the past 30 days between noon and 1, Disney's posted wait overpredicts the wait by about 17 minutes, while the touring plan's expected wait is usually within 3 or 4 minutes of what the wait time, what the guest experienced. So Chrissy ended up, in this case, being in line for 23 minutes before she boarded her boat and stopped her timer. So Disney's posted time was an incredible 37 minutes longer than the actual wait. And our adjusted prediction was only 2 minutes off. So this is an extreme example about how our prediction is trying to get really, really close to what you actually experience, as opposed to Disney's time, which is doing something completely different.
Right. That makes sense. Some people might be really happy and feel like they got lucky if they didn't have the extra 37 minutes. I'm a planner. I would be angry that now I have 37 more minutes that I would have to try to fill. So I think we're seeing a trend. But Chrissy went on 2 more rides, so let's talk about those. Next one was It's a Small World. So this is our Fantasyland example. She got in line at 1:14. The posted wait time was 55 minutes. So I don't know about you. I'm not getting in line for It's a Small World with a 55-minute wait, no matter how much my kids like it. But the Lines app, she pulled it up, said it was only going to be 23 minutes, much more doable. We're used to what the data is at this point. So past 60 days, Disney's posted time has been about double, again, what the actual wait times are that have been submitted. So even if Chrissy knows that and doesn't trust the touring plan's number, right, she can do the math in her head, about half an hour wait maybe instead of 55 minutes on average. That's more reasonable. I might get in line at that point. So Chrissy's experience actually was even better than average, right? So she gets in line, 55 minutes posted. She only waited 16 minutes until she got into the boat. So you thought that 37 minutes was incredible. So that's 39 minutes less than what Disney told her she was going to wait when she got in line. And then touring plans, we were off a little more this time, right? We were 7 minutes off, but we weren't 39 off. So still doing well.
Yeah. Yeah. But we still have one more ride to test. Chrissy's last attraction was Haunted Mansion. There she got in line at 1:50. The sign said 65 minutes. Lines app said 37. Our past 60 days of data says that around 2 p.m., you should expect Disney's posted time to overestimate by an average of 13 minutes. What did Chrissy wait? She actually waited 35 this time. So that was 30 minutes less than the posted time, but only 2 minutes less than what our adjusted predicted actual was. So really, really close this time.
Yeah, so let's sum this up, right? She went on 4 rides. We have 4 examples of the posted time and our estimated time being pretty different. And it ended up that the posted time was anywhere from 14 to 39 minutes too long compared to what she waited. And that 14 is skewed, right? It was 14, 30, 37, and 39. They're pretty high. Touring plans estimates stayed within 2 to 7 minutes, though. So 4 examples, 4 pretty clear results. Fred, talk to us about what this means and what users can expect when they see those different numbers in the app.
Well, the first thing is that this is pretty typical. This is what we see almost every day. And so what it means to users is that you have to understand what you're looking at when you look at the Lines app. Know the difference between what the expected wait is and what the posted time is. They're different. One's coming from Disney, one's coming from us. They have different motivations. And just, know by the fact that you have the Lines app that you're getting the best prediction of the actual wait time in the world. Because that's what we do. Now, it isn't always perfect. We know this. We can have, we have some misses every day, and depending on what goes on, there's all kinds of surprises that come up. And we are talking about this daily adjusted predicted wait, which, the more data we get on a particular day, the more accurate we're going to be for later in the day. Before the day starts, of course, we have our initial prediction, and that has a little bit higher rate. But the point is that our prediction is almost always better, closer to reality than the Disney's posted time, for the reasons that we talked about before. So if you know that secret, you are far ahead of the game when you're trying to minimize your wait at these theme parks.